Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is lab number 7 as per lab manual, and it is about active low pass filter. We are already done with passive filters. Passive filters make use of passive component, that is resistor, capacitor and inductor. And in case of active filters, at least one active device or active component is also present apart from RLC. So we are going to discuss today active low pass filter, and the active device that we will be taking into account will be op amp. So this is circuit for active low pass filter. You can see that this R1 and C1 is same as the one which made up the passive low pass filter. So this passive low pass filter consisting of R1 and C1 is connected to an active device, that is op amp. This op amp is in particular used as in its non-inverting mode, that is input is applied at its positive input terminal. So the expression for gain of this op amp is 1 plus R3 over R2. However, the cutoff frequency will be dependent upon only R1 and C1, that is Fc will be equal to 1 over 2 pi R1 C1. So here are the design parameters, that is we are required to design active low pass filter for the cutoff frequency equal to 4 kilohertz and the pass band gain must be equal to 2. As we have already discussed, these are the formulas that are supposed to be utilized. So cutoff frequency is Fc is equal to 1 over 2 pi R1 C1, while pass band gain is equal to 1 plus R3 over R2. So for the given value, that is if we are provided with a capacitor equal to 1 microfarad, and as per the design parameter the cutoff frequency must be equal to 4 kilohertz, the value of R1 comes out to be 40 ohms. It is the approximate value. In exact it is around 38-39 ohms. So this is one of the parameters that is supposed to be met. The taking into account the second pass band gain, that is AV is equal to 1 plus R3 over R2. So in order to have a gain equal to 2, R3 and R2 must be equal. So for our convenience we'll take them as 2 kilo ohm. So this will be 2 kilo ohm in the circuit. So R2 is equal to R3 is equal to 2 kilo ohm. So I'm going to cross verify this circuit using the software LTSpice. So I have given the link here. So anyone who doesn't have this software can easily download. So let's move on to the cross verification. So when you will open this LTSpice, it will look like this one. So here you will select the components, write down the component that you want to acquire. I'll write it as voltage source initially. So this is how voltage source is placed. I need resistors. This is R1. Control R will simply be rotating this resistor. Escape is used to getting rid of the selection. Selecting capacitor. Escape again. Let us try to find an op amp. So I am just writing op amp and getting into the library. So the closest one to op amp, that is LM741, I'll use op 747. So it is placed. I need two more resistors as R2 and R1 as per the circuit diagram. Pressing escape again. Now this is to select the wire because I need to connect the terminals in order to construct a complete circuit. Connecting this capacitor with non-inverting input of the op amp. These connections are made to include in the feedback resistor R3. The other end of the R3 is connected to the output pin of op amp. Two voltage sources. We'll use these voltage sources as PC voltage sources, as we know that we are required to connect plus VCC and minus VCC to the op amp. So the positive end of one DC source will go to the positive pin of op amp. So we'll be connecting the positive end of one of the source to the plus VCC pin of op amp. Similarly, for minus VCC to the negative end of the other source. Now we need to connect grounds. This is as per the circuit diagram that we have already seen. Now I'll start renaming them. Instead of C1, I'll take it as C. This is how value of the capacitor is to be changed. I'll set it as 1 microfarad as per the design consideration and parameters. Resistor value is approximately taken as 40. Right clicking here, setting the value of R2 as 2K. Right clicking here and setting R3 as 2K. Renaming it as op amp, the operational amplifier. Since these two sources are used as plus and minus VCC, this one in particular is minus VCC, so I'll name it as minus VCC. Right clicking at V3 and name it as plus VCC. Value of voltage, that is TC voltage, is 15, that is plus VCC is equal to 15 volts and minus VCC is equal to minus 15 volts. I'll rename this as the VN, input voltage. Since we are supposed to perform the SC analysis, so here we will write it as AC1. This is an important thing to do for AC analysis. We'll add labels now regarding input and output. For input, I'll name it as VN and put it here near the input voltage source. Here comes the output as V out, putting it at here at the output pin of the op amp. Let's make a recheck. Make sure all values are inserted. Renaming is done. No component is without value. Labels are also marked. Now we'll run and we'll move on to AC analysis. I'll select it as linear. Decade can also be selected. Number of points as 20, it can be 50 or 100. For analysis, that is AC analysis, the starting frequency, I'll take the starting frequency as 1. It can not be equal to 0, so the value greater than 1 is supposed to be inserted. So I made a mistake. I need to rewrite the upper limit of the frequency, that is 8K. Now you can see another pane. I'll get rid of the circuit diagram that isn't of our concern. Draft 1 is not of our concern now. So I'll again go to run. So this is the graph that is appearing. I'll select V in, V out divided by V in. Okay. So I have added the traces. I'll set it as linear. So now you can see that at the beginning the graph is approximately approaching 1. I am selecting cursor now. So selection of the cursor. So I've selected one cursor and this is how it is moved. So I am cross checking the point that corresponds to cutoff frequency. So here you can see that at gain 1.4 the frequency is 4K around. So this is the cross verification. This is what we were supposed to do. I'll take 1 point after the cutoff for cross verification and 1 before the cutoff for obtaining the values. So this is the low value of gain after the cutoff, and this one is the high value of gain before the cutoff, since it is a low pass filter. So for these frequencies you are going to record the output V out over V in, that is gain, using this cursor setting, and you can include in the graph that you have just seen at the end. So this is how this lab is supposed to be done. Thank you so very much.